Welcome to RelayGram. This is the ultimate in forwarding from one group to another, one channel to another place within Telegram. The ultimate, and I mean the ultimate tool. And what we're going to do right now is just show you some of the functions on the site, and then I'm actually going to show you them live happening, and it's going to be quite a fun ride because it's the things you can do with this is unbelievable. So first of all, the basics. You are able to have one message that comes in forwarded to multiple places. Now, not only multiple places and they're all the same message, but you can even manipulate each one using AI so that it arrives at the destination in a different way. You can also have many messages from different groups come into one place, whether it's a channel or a group. You can have many messages coming into one place. You can unite messages. You can also manipulate them and change them and have AI just do all that work for you. So over here, this is an unbelievable feature. It's AI conditions. You can tell the AI only forward this message if it's funny, for example. So if the message is funny, it will only then forward that message, which you can do it for anything. You can have if the message contains private data, don't forward the message. If the message contains a username, don't forward that data. You can write anything you want because AI can read the message, make sure it meets the condition, and only then move it forward. And I'm going to show you how simple this app is to use in a minute. You can also use regular condition, like if the text contains a certain word, like if someone says to you, for example, VIP or something like that, then it will then forward that message somewhere else. So you can use the contains or start with conditions as well. So we've spoken about the AI message manipulation already, which is basically modifying each message with AI before forwarding, allowing for customize and transformation. This will allow you to translate to multiple languages. So a use case could be to have one group that you input to translating to many groups in multiple languages, which is giving you power to actually translate. Another way to use this is to actually have groups you don't understand, have them translated to English, which is amazing because then you can understand Chinese without actually having to do any manual labor. So it's good for classification, for consolidation, for organization. And so here we see a user-friendly interface, which I'm about to show you. So please hold in here. And we have multiple language support, of course. It translates messages between groups. We've said that, etc. So it's all under one roof. You don't need to use make.com or any other automation tool. This is all working on your computer. The only thing you need is a Gemini API key as well. So that can do all the processing for you. And that's it. It's perfect for creating teaser groups and VIP content for other people. So now that we've finished this, let's have a look at the actual app. So here's the actual app, and since I'm already set up, as I've already put the app authorization and all that, it takes about 1 or 2 minutes, and it's very simple. The instruction manual is on the website and in your email. If you just downloaded this, it's a free 3-day trial, and when you have your 3-day trial, you can do absolutely everything with this. So let's click on start forwarding. Let's start the service first. Settings and AI. All right, I'm connected. And so before we start forwarding, we're going to have to create a rule. There's no active rules ready. So let's create a rule. So to create a rule, I'm going to need to click add rule. And here we are with the new rule window, which now we can do absolutely anything you want. And I know it may look simple, but this thing is powerful. Let's start. We'll start with translate to Chinese, because I just think it's funny to take a message that you've just inputted and translating it to Chinese. So before we start, we forgot to refresh your chat list. This will import all of your chats. Once you've done that, you click add rule, and then we'll click Chinese. And then the source chat, this is going to be from the input group, and it's going to go to the Chinese group. Now, you can add more destinations. You can have this one message go to many places if you have multiple locations where you need this message to go to. And yeah, that's it. Let's cancel these. Okay, now for those of you who need to select which media type goes through, like if you don't want any media to go through, only text, you just deselect all. And if you don't mind all media, you can do that. You can actually select which ones of these you want to go through and which ones you don't, and you can deactivate the rule quite easily over here, and then it won't delete it. And here are all the conditions we talked about earlier. I'm not going to use any of these right now because I just want to focus on the AI aspect of this, because this is really what people are probably looking for when using this. And so the AI condition for this one is going to be, you could write anything in here, like any condition. For example, is this message related to finance, for example, and only if it's related to finance, it will be forwarded. So that's going to give you control over what messages are forwarded and what are not. So let me put in a condition here. If the message is more than one word, forward it. The reason why I'm doing this is because I just want to exemplify this. You can add more conditions separately, or you can try and put them all in one. It's completely up to you how you run your system. Now, I want to translate to Chinese, and I click OK, and then I finished. All I need to do now is click Start Forwarding, and I'm ready to actually test this out. So let's go to Telegram right now. So here are all my groups I created especially for this demo. And here's my input group, and my Chinese group is right behind me. Let me move myself here. And move myself to, I guess I'll just shrink myself. All right, so I'm going to input over here something in Chinese, which is more than one word. For example, hello, my name is Daniel. Now we're waiting a few seconds, and in a few seconds, it's going to be checking whether this is more than one word and then translating it to Chinese into this Chinese group right here. Here we are. So I actually don't know what this says, but one thing's for sure, it's Chinese. So it's done what I've asked it to. Now, if this was too slow for you, you can actually change it in settings, the speed. As you can see over here, when you click on settings, you can change the interval, how often to check for messages. So if you're not in a rush, like if you don't mind, you can change this to 60 seconds, or if you're in a real rush, you need the messages to really get through fast, change this to maybe 5 seconds or 2 seconds. Additionally, for each rule, let me stop this for a second. For each rule, you can actually choose how long you want to wait before it sends. So for example, if I click edit rule right now for the translate to Chinese one, edit rule, over here you can select delay forward in seconds, so you can make this like maybe wait a few minutes if you want to create a scenario where people don't really realize that you're forwarding from them. But I mean, obviously you do everything you use with this app has to be legitimate, but if you want to create like an illusion that there's something that you're actually physically doing, that's completely your call to add extra time to the sending of this. So that's the Chinese one. I want to demonstrate some more functions. So check this out. I'm going to create another rule, which is going to be called translate to French. I'm going to take the exact same message that's coming in from the same input group, and this time I'm going to put it into the French group, and then I'm going to write here translate to French with no AI conditions and no conditions. So now every time I put a message in the input group, it's going to translate to Chinese and translate to French at the same time. I want to create one more rule, which is the complements organization. So whenever you get a complement in a certain group, then it will take that complement and put it in the complements folder. Let me just refresh the chat list here because I've added another group. So it's going to be complements organization, and then I'm going to choose the complements group, the input group again, and then I'm going to put it into complements. So now I'm going to tell the AI if the message contains positive feedback or a compliment. And then that's it. That's all I need. All I need is a condition. I don't need to modify it. That's it. Fantastic. So now we have 3 rules which are all working on one group, and that's why I want to show you this right now, because when you can see that within one group you are able one input group, you are able to take messages from it. So let's test it without. Let's do hello. Now, because this is one word, it's not going to go to the Chinese group, but it's going to go to the French group. Okay, here we go. Bonjour. So it did go to the Chinese group. Could be the prompt wasn't perfect. So, and now let's look at the compliments group. The compliments group didn't get everything, didn't get anything because there's no compliment in here. So if I would have written a compliment like "you are the best," so we're going to get that in French and Chinese, and also in the compliments group, because this is a compliment. Let's see if this works. So as you can see, the compliment only went through into the compliments group because it's a compliment. And if it's not a compliment, let's just show you that one more time. So this is not going to come through to the compliments group. So as you can see, the power of this app is insane. And as you can see, it worked, and it's working in Chinese, and it's going to the compliments. Now, you should also know you're able to take messages from other groups, like I said in the video, in the original message. Let me just show you that quickly here. You can take many to one forwarding. So I didn't demonstrate this here yet, but we can easily understand how you can do this quite easily. And to make a rule, you just click stop forwarding, and then we can create a rule where any message that goes into any of these groups will be forwarded to the to the all group. Let me just show you how I do that. Forward all to all group. There we go. So the source chat is going to be, let's say, for the first one is Chinese. The destination chat is going to be the all group, which I created. And no matter what, no conditions, forward to all group from the Chinese group. So let me just create another rule. Forward all. This is the second group. Well, let's take from the French and put it into the all group. And the same thing we're going to do is forward all, and we're going to take from the compliments group and put it in the all group. And now when I click start forwarding, what you're going to see is everything's going to be moved. After it arrives here, it's going to be moved to the all group. So let's create a compliment. This is the best app I have ever used for Telegram forwarding. What's going to happen first is, because it's a compliment, it's going to be going to the French group, the Chinese group, and the compliment group all at the same time. Oh, I wrote it into I have to write it into the input group. I made a mistake. And it's funny though, because I wrote it into the compliments group, it forwarded to the all group because that's a rule that I've set already. So it actually worked for this group because of that. But now what's going to happen is the information from here is going to be forwarded to these three groups, and then it's going to all be dumped into the all group because that's what we've set to happen. And that just shows you the power of this. And as you're going to see, first they were all translated into French, Chinese, and it was forwarded to the compliments group. But in a few seconds, it's all going to go into the all group. And because it takes 15 seconds to reload all the messages, so you have to wait 15 seconds. As you can see, it's all been forwarded to the all group. Thank you for watching. To get this app, click the link in the description or go to relaygram.com. Bye for now.